This is Illari. She's the new Overwatch 2 support. Let's break her down. This is Illari, or Illari. Now, I've been told that's how you pronounce the name of the hero. I think most people are probably going to just say Illari, but I think it is pronounced Illari. So, yeah, new hero. Now, I want to show you guys this before we go into the actual breakdown of the abilities, because, well, these are the abilities. Now, this hero has been very clearly designed by somebody who knows what Overwatch players want. This isn't a life weaver. This is a hero that you can just play immediately in the game, and you will have impact. Whether the impact will be ridiculously OP or whatever, I don't know, but you will have impact. I can guarantee you that, and you will see that as we start breaking down these abilities. So, a quick overview of the abilities are as such. Long-range auto-charging rifle, that's a solar rifle, that's your primary fire. Medium-range healing beam, that consumes solar energy, that is the alternate fire. The ultimate is Captive Sun. Now, this fires an explosive ball of solar energy. Enemies hit are slowed, and then they explode after they take significant damage. Now, you go into the abilities, you've got Outburst. This launches you in the direction you are moving, knocking back enemies. Hold jump to go higher. And then you've got this thing called Healing Pylon. Deploy a pylon that heals allies, and it is a support hero. Okay, so with that being said, let's break this down. Welcome to the new and improved training range where you can spawn different types of enemy bots. It's got a firing range over there, which we're about to go into, and it's just much better. It's got ultimate charge points as well, and you can change your friendly bots. It's so good. This basically saves the need for custom games to work out what's going on with heroes. Although it must be said, custom games are still pretty good for working out specific damage numbers and stuff like that. Anyway, I want to show you guys this to begin with because I want to talk about the primary fire. So, the primary fire, let me just show you this for a second. So, this is the firing range settings. And what I'm going to do is put it at 30 meters because that is the effective range of this weapon. After 30 meters, you start getting damage fall off. So, we're going to use training bots and we're going to keep them stationary. Now, these training bots have got less HP than the ones outside. And they've only got 4 blocks of 25 HP. So basically, these are 30 meters away. If I fire fully charged into them, I will kill them. This is a hit scan weapon for all intents and purposes. It is doing 1.5 headshot damage multiplier. It does 75 damage per full charge. Now, there is something else going on with this that you're probably looking at in the middle of the screen going, well, what is that all about? Well, let me explain this to you because it's kind of weird. So this is the charge. At the moment, it will do 75 damage, full charge. Now, I was thinking, hang on, what's that little break? Does that little break mean I can sort of fire again? And get some sort of added damage? No. What that little break is when you can fire again anyway, but for less damage because it scales up, yeah? So instead of doing 75, you're going to do less damage. If I spawn these guys again, and I shoot this one in the gut, you see I'm doing less damage. This is just firing the weapon as fast as it will fire. This is not optimal. Now, I thought, like I said, this would be some sort of like maybe a quick reload. Maybe not a quick reload, but some sort of like, I don't know, thing you could do to increase your damage. I don't know, but that's not the case. Basically, with this weapon, you just want to wait for it to fully charge and just go for the big... I wasn't standing at the 30-meter mark there, but you just basically want to go for the full damage headshots. Now, again, just to show you this, when this finishes, I will change the distance to 40 meters for the bots and respawn them. You'll start seeing the damage fall off coming into effect now. Oh, actually, I've spawned the ties, but this is not what I want. So let's cancel that. I've just destroyed my pylon. Let's reset the fire range. Come on. Thank you. Yeah, I want training bots. Thank you. So, if we get the training bots back... Okay, now they're at 40 meters. Go for the headshot. Yeah, you see the damage fall off is coming into effect. But be under no illusion, ladies and gentlemen. This is one hell of a weapon, and it is going to do a ton of damage because you are a deadly support with this. Again, you need to land the shots, but I think a lot of Batiste players out there are probably going to be rubbing their hands together, and probably even Ana players to some extent. But I feel like this fits more of a Batiste player than an Ana player. This hero overall. All right then, let's talk about secondary fire because secondary fire. There's 120 heals per second, which is pretty good, but it's got a 15-meter range, and you have to be aware of the basically running out of charge because these figures are kind of what I've managed to work out, but they're not going to be 100% accurate, but I think what we're looking at in terms of it is if I let this fully discharge, I think it's about a second of it being discharged, and then about 2 and a bit seconds for it to fully recharge. However, if I don't let it fully discharge, you see how it recharges much quicker? So basically, you don't want to use all of your charge. You want to just keep pulsing the charge, on off you go. Again, you might be thinking here, well, these bots are dying very fast. Yeah, they are, because these are the new training bots you can change. I've changed these guys over to rocket bots instead of standard bots. Against the standard bots, this alternate fire or my primary heal would keep these bots alive forever. So I turned this on for a reason. Don't you worry, ladies and gentlemen. There is a reason for this. Because I want to well, in fact, let me just show you the range as well. So about here is about 15 meters away. So I'm healing the bots. Or this is about 14 meters. That's about 14 meters. There you go. So this is 15 meters. You cannot heal the bot. That's it. So your close range support with this healer. You know, if you're not close to the team, you're not going to be able to heal them. But don't worry, because she's got abilities to help her with that. Anyway, the next thing I want to show you is this. So just bask in the glory of this. These bots will die because they're taking loads of damage. But look at this. Appreciate what I've just done. That is the healing pylon. This has got a range of 15 meters. Well, it's an identical range to the alternate fire heal. However, this does not run out of charge. This will keep healing forever. And you can see how this supplements my healing. And suddenly, I can keep these guys alive against the big bad rocket bots. I mean, I'm running out of charge, so maybe not indefinitely. Maybe I can do it indefinitely. I think I can. Yeah. Very close, but I can keep these guys alive now through incredible amounts of damage. We'll let them die now, though. So what this is doing is it is healing for 40 heals every time it hits. It is essentially like a Life Weaver tree. I think they've basically stole it from Life Weaver's tree and applied it to this. However, there is a difference. It doesn't heal everyone in the area. As you can see, it heals. I think it heals the target with the least HP. Because if you watch it, it swaps. See, that target's got low HP, so it's swapped over. But it sort of overheals that target. It's really weird. Like, if watch this again. So, starts on the left bot, then swaps to the right bot as it takes critical damage. And then sort of swaps back as that one starts taking damage. Yeah, I don't really know how this works, but it just heals. And I think we'll just leave it at that for now. It lasts forever. It will not get destroyed. Will get destroyed, but not if it's hidden from sight. It doesn't have any kind of healing resource. It just keeps healing, healing, healing. So, I guess to sort of prove a point, if you were here and you chucked it up there, and you were taking a fight in here, like, you know, I've got visions of like Volsky about when we used to play on that map and stuff like that. But if you sit in a little room, this will just keep healing you forever. So I think the healing potential of this is just massive. Because how would they destroy this without breaking through into this room? You know, it's just going to be a really powerful ability. And the fact it can be put into really obscure locations to heal bots. I mean, and your enemy team. I'm not calling you, not the enemy team, sorry, your teammates bots. I'm not calling them bots by any stretch of the imagination. But I mean, look at that. That cannot be hit from these guys. Like, these guys cannot hit that. There's going to be a lot of utility with this ability. It will also heal you as well. So if you are taking damage or you are in a duel, throw this down on the ground, it will heal you. That is going to be very powerful as well. It's just really good. Now, what I want to show you next is the... let me show you Outburst. So Outburst, let's get rid of that thing because it's doing my head in. Now, Outburst is kind of like Coach Gun meets Junkrat's Mine. So it's got a knockback component. So if I stand here and just use it, I'll yeet that bot nearly off the edge. I would have done if I got him earlier. But notice I didn't move. I can get him. Yes! The knockback range is massive on this, but I didn't move. I just sort of jumped up a little bit and dropped down. It's because the way this works is whatever direction you're moving in, you use the ability, you'll be fired forward. And you'll also still knock back all of the enemy players around you. So again, look, I can knock it forward. Change these guys. So there we go. There is another component to it where you've got a bit of a... It's not really a super jump, but it's like an additional bit of distance you can get with it. So if I pop the ability and then jump, notice there's a little bit extra. It's not much, it's a little bit extra. What this lets you do is combine it with jump, ability, and then jump. So I can actually get onto the high ground up there. So if I stand here and I jump, use the ability... I'll get my coat, ladies and gentlemen. That was terrible. I think I hit that. Anyway, if I jump up in the air, use the ability, then jump again, I get a little bit of an extra jump. So I can access high ground. And also, I can get across there quite easily by simply jumping, then activating the ability, and then jumping again. So you can see, this is a very mobile hero. And this ability is going to be really, really good because you can just instantly disengage. You know, you think about Batiste's movement ability. This is on another level because Batiste's got to sit there and jump up in the air or, yeah, whatever. This is like I'm getting pushed. I can just drop back and I can just keep shooting people, knocking them back. And it's just, it's really good. It's really, really good. It really is kind of like a Batiste on crack. Just doesn't have immortality field. Now, the ultimate. Let's talk about the... Just look at this. Just look at this. Okay, let me explain this. Let me explain what's going on, because there's a lot going on here. You know what? Let's go in here and grab the... I think there's a ult charge in here. Yeah, there is. In fact, I want to show you something at the other bots, I think. But let me just show you this again. So I'm going to pop the ultimate. I'm flying through the sky. Notice I can keep flying for the duration of the ability. And yeah, awesome stuff. Now, let me explain this, because obviously just firing that off, there's a lot going on. And Overwatch is, you know, it's never been the best game for just showing you what is happening when you use an ability. Like, if you show that to somebody on the street that's never played Overwatch before, they'll be like, I don't know what's going on here. What is happening? Well, let me show you. I'm going to pop the ability, fire it into here. It does 50 damage when it explodes, but it also does 5 damage when it hits targets. So that's the impact is 5 and 50 when it explodes. You can see this by 25 health, and then 5 health on these bots. Now, something else is happening here as well. So let me just kill these bots off. It applies a slow to them, so they move slower. Obviously, these guys don't move anyway. But it also applies an effect to them. Now, the way this effect works is kind of funky. So, when a certain amount of damage is done to the target that has got this effect on them, and again, I'm not sure of what this damage is. It's upwards of, I think it's about 100 damage. It's somewhere in that region. When they take that damage, they then explode for another further 100, 120-ish, something like that damage on top. So what this does is it lets you, like, these bots don't have a lot of health, so they'll die anyway from me attacking them. But watch this. So I'm going to fire this into the bot. You see how they all exploded then? Because that bot got hit by the effect. Well, they both got hit by the effect of the detonation. So they had the debuff applied to them. So they're moving slow. Then they take an extra 100 plus damage, and then they explode. But that explosion, it looks like a chain reaction, because the explosion still happens even if the target dies. So again, I'll show you this, right? I can kind of simulate it by headshotting one of the bots. So I'm going to fire this at the bot, then I'm going to headshot the bot. Kind of didn't do it in time there. But take it from me, if a target dies with this effect on, it will still explode. So let's try again. You could sort of see it on that one then. It still exploded after the bot died. So basically, the detonation persists after the death of the target it's attached to. The other thing is with this as well, is when you use it, you can fly for the duration. Like, so I can stick that there and I can get myself into a, you know, a better position. And obviously I could use my jump as well. And yeah, it's just crazy. This hero is strong. I'm not sure whether it's crazy OP. I just think what they've made is, again, one of these heroes that DPS players will probably want to play. It's like a Batiste. It's like an Ana. It's not a support in the traditional sense of, oh, look, this is a Mercy or this is a Moira. It's like, no. This is a hero that is going to, I think, have a pretty high skill cap just because it's got this ability to pump out quite a bit of damage. It has got a very good healing output. Obviously, it's at close range, but I think this is going to be very, very strong. It's got great movement, and I think its ultimate is again, a pretty strong ultimate. You know, remember, this is a support with a straight-up damage ultimate. Like, it's just going to kill the enemy team. Yeah, I know Moira's got a damage ultimate. I know, like, I guess you could say Batista's got a damage ultimate, especially when he just uses his, uses window for himself. But I'm excited for this hero, and I think this is a better way to design heroes for Overwatch, because this is the only... I think this is a hero that could only exist in Overwatch. I don't know. Let me know what you think about this, guys, in the comments below. But I do think this is a... Like, if we were to even compare these heroes, the last two heroes, I don't even think there is a comparison between this and Lifeweaver. Like, this is just like on a different planet. It's just way better. And also, I really like the design of this hero. There's some pretty nice skins. I guess I can show you guys the skins. But yeah, apparently I've got that souvenir. Yeah, I'll quickly show you guys the skins actually while we're here. So let's get out of this and go for it. See a bit of the new UI. Yeah, so all of this stuff, it will be covered in other videos as well. So don't worry about that if you guys are interested. And yeah, so we'll go to heroes and we go to Illari. We go to her skins. Yeah, you can see she's got, that's a standard skin. She's got a Daybreak skin, which I think is quite nice. I do like this like texture effect that they've been doing quite recently. I know Valorant does this as well, like the moving texture. Pretty cool. But again, a nice detailed skin. The weapon looks really detailed as well. This is just a color variation of that skin. Pretty fine. This is a shop skin. Yeah, it's a llama in pajamas. Yeah, and the gun's a llama. Yep. And then these are just recolors. But yeah, all right, guys, I'll leave it at that. Like, she's got other stuff as well, I guess. Highlight intros and things like that. But I just kind of wanted to show you guys the hero, and I do genuinely think this is a decent hero. It's better than Lifeweaver, 100%. Don't get me wrong. Lifeweaver was not great. But yeah, all right. I'm going to leave it at that anyway. I'm not here to show you all of this stuff. There's going to be tons of stuff out there where people are showing you this and, like, you know, cool stuff like that, dropping it down. Yeah, it's cool, right? It's cool. Do like the hero. Good job, Blizzard. Do more of this, all right? I've been Stylotion. I'll catch you guys on the next video. See you soon.